I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life, have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works. So, yeah, that's actually from, I don't know, I guess that's, should be in the Fate route, but I recall that from, the second route in this visual novel, so hopefully we are in the Fate route, because, there is no save data here, so, I guess that should be right. That's just something that, that's something that's a part of the main character that we'll come to discover in the second route that we don't know about quite yet, so that's why I was a little bit confused. But yeah, fortunately, we are finally out of the prologue and don't have to deal with Rin, or, you know, the boring, mundane, daily life Rin anymore. Now we are playing from the perspective of our protagonist, Shiro Imiya, which I happen to like less than Rin, actually. When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned into ashes, and it looked like the remains of a battlefield from a movie. But that didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flame had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange, being the only thing in that place that still had its original form. I was the only thing still alive around here. I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was, but the point is, I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly because I thought it would be dangerous just to stay there. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me. Probably because, over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. But still, I had no hope. It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this red world. It was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. And I collapsed. Was it because there was no air? Was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Everything around me was burned up and I could see many shriveled people. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. Fire will be put out once it rains. Or the fire will be put out. In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. I wonder what happened to him. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived. But I think all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. And I'm pretty sure all of you who have seen Fate Zero or have even seen the Fate Stay Night anime know what this first part is about. For those of you who haven't, no spoilers. Sorry about that. If you were to take away a child's parents, home, and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That's why there was only my body. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. Ooh, so deep. Here we go with the trippy music. I'm dreaming. Huh? I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light entering my eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. Huh? When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room. Unfamiliar ceiling, as Shinji would say. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. Where am I? I look around. The room is big and there are many beds. A person in each bed, and everyone seems to be hurt. But nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who is saved. I relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understood. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, I was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I had been saved from it, was in the hospital with my body wrapped in bandages, and my parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. I think I understood quickly. Well, there was nothing but children in similar situations around me, so all I could do was absorb the fact. And after that man came, right when I was beginning to worry what would happen to me next. He came on the day my bandages were taken off, and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father. Hello, you must be Shiro-kun. A smile that seems to melt into the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice. I'll ask you directly, what would you prefer? To go to an orphanage or to be adopted by this man you've never seen before? That man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So I decided to go with him. I see. That's good. Get ready. Or get ready quickly then. You should get used to your new place as fast as you can. The guy quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good, even in the eyes of a child. Then, after making a big mess... Oh, I forgot to mention something important. I have to tell you one thing before you come with me. Is that okay? He turns to me lightheartedly and says... Yeah, wait. I guess it's still him speaking. Yeah, it is. To start off with, I'm a sorcerer. He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Come to think of it now, I was really a child back then. I automatically believed those words. Wow, you're awesome. I guess I said so with bright eyes. Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then. But my father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So for my father, Emiya Kiritsugu, that might have been the happiest day of his life. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me that he was a sorcerer, but it was strange as well for admiring that. Or I was strange as well. And thus, I became an adopted son, and my last name became Emiya. Emiya Shiro. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Kiritsugu. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me his student, so it must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay at home by myself, Kiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world, and he began to act on those words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. Wow. The Emiya house is a big Japanese-style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in this house at times, as it was too big for a child. But still, I liked my life here. Emiya Kiritsugu would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. And the child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. Who the hell is taking care of this kid? I was always alone in the house, but that loneliness would all fade with the stories he brought back. The father who was always chasing his dream like a kid. His attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. That might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. I'll become a hero. Fate's Day Night, Day 1. I hear a sound. I hear a heavy, old, rusty sound as the door opens.
A vast virus database has been updated.
Fucking Avast. Sorry about that. Light enters the dark shed. I don't know. I actually didn't hear who said that, so... My mind waking up.
Senpai, 起きてますか?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was probably her. Senpai, are you awake? Feels the cold air and the approaching footsteps. Oh my god. Good morning, Sakura.
はい、おはようございます、先輩.
Ah, yes. Good morning, Senpai. The eternal quest to get Senpai to notice us. Sakura smiles and nods as if accustomed to the situation.
先輩、朝ですよ。まだ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
Senpai, it's morning already. You have some more time, but Fujimura-sensei will get mad if you stay asleep here.
Oh, you're right. Thanks for coming to wake me up.
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから。
It's no problem at all. You're always up so early.
こんな風に起こしに来れるなんて、たまにしかありません。
I can only come and wake you up like this occasionally.
What? Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something. Really? I think you wake me up quite often. Though, Fujine always hits me to wake me up, so I'd rather have you wake me up. Well, I'll try harder next time. I answer her with a sleepy head. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not fully awake.
はい、わかりました。でも、頑張っても
What?
らえない方が嬉しいです、私。
Alright, but I'm happier when you don't try.
Sakura is giggling. Gah, I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird. Probably. Give me a second. I'll wake up. Taking a deep breath, I clear up my mind. The cold outdoor air helps in situations like this. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. In front of me is Mato Sakura, my junior at school. This place is a shed bound behind. I was about to say bound to my house. What the fuck? Behind my house. And the time is 6 o'clock.
先輩
Senpai?
ああ、目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。またやっちまった。
Yeah, I'm awake now. Sorry, I guess I did it again.
朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
I have to help you cook breakfast too.
そんなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ。なら朝はゆっくりしてください。
It's
朝食の支度は私がしておきますから。
it's fine. You were up late last night again, right? So you should take your time in the morning. I'll get breakfast ready.
Sakura says so in a happy tone. It's unusual. Sakura really seems to be in a good mood this morning.
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こ
I can't let you do that. I'll get up right now, so let's go to the kitchen together. God damn it, Sakura, it's Fate Stay Night, not Fate Stay Kitchen.
う。準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
Alright, I'm all set. Let's go, Sakura. Why are you embarrassed by that?
その先輩
Senpai?
なんだよ。他に何かあるのか。
Hmm? What, is something wrong?
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、その
Wait,
先輩
what?
家にも
What's going on here?
着替えた
Do we have morning wood or something? Did you see that? Oh my god.
No, it's nothing, but I think you should change before you go back to the house.
Oh. That said, I look down at myself. Oh. Is that like all he's wearing or something? I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Being my work clothes, they're pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say to me if I went into the house like this. Is that really all she's embarrassed about? Like,
目が
what?
覚めてないみたいだ。
What?
なんか普段に増して抜けてるな、俺。
I guess I'm not awake yet. I'm a bit out of it this morning. At least it's not morning wood.
すいませんねですから朝食の支度を私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。
That could
それに
be.
ほら、ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
So you rest here for a bit, and I'll take care of breakfast. And, you know, if you keep this place a mess, Fujimura-sensei will get mad at you.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
You're right. I'll go after I get changed. You go on ahead.
はい、お待ちしてます、先輩。
Yes, I'll be waiting, Senpai.
Sakura leaves. And immediately I can tell she's probably attracted to us sexually. Well, I have to change into my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures, as I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in here. As a result, it became my base. For me, Emiyashiro, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me, and I can only relax in this space full of junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
Besides, it's a waste. Even if it's junk, you can still use it. Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I liked the place, or did I come to like it here because of all the junk? Anyway, since I was always sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. It's not like I get attached to things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And just like that, I was fixing up this stove all last night.
完成は明日か。途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I guess I'll finish this tomorrow. It seems I don't have enough concentration, seeing how I fall asleep halfway. Or I fell asleep, excuse me. I shake off the feeling of disappointment in myself. I gather up the parts of the stove and put them on the shelf full of things waiting to be fixed. There are no spaces on the shelf full of things awaiting repair. An old VCR awaits after the stove. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Fujine broke both of them. Alright. I change into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds changes of clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the results of failures from when I do my training. There's also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar or something. Yeah, I'm just not gonna question that. Well, let's get today started. Clapping my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. I emerge from the shed. The Emiya house is a Japanese-style house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had this huge house. That on its own is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. Though, to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old Man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Old Man Fujimura is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to Father, the old man is like a Yakuza boss. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza boss, he is a Yakuza boss. Ellipsis. Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. It's certainly true that he's energetic and scary, but he's actually not that bad of a person. It really helps me as he pays a lot when I tune up the motorcycle he likes to ride. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since Father died. The days have passed quickly. I sigh, thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. No, I guess it won't do any good to rush. For now, I have to do what I can. Well then. Right now, I should... we already have choices. Let's do what we did for Tsukihime, and let's go ahead and save before we fuck something up. Alright, so I'll go help Sakura, or I'll go and finish my daily routine. I know that Sakura said she'll take care of things, but we want to try to at least be, What is his daily routine? Isn't it like... I don't even fucking know. Let's just go help Sakura. That's right, I have to go and help Sakura. I'd feel bad, both for letting my junior do all the work, and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. It seems breakfast has already been made. Oh well. I can smell the elegant scent of breakfast befitting Sakura. Sakura has finished cooking and is opening the cupboards. I can see that all she has left to do is set the table. I'm sorry, I'll at least get the dishes ready, so you can go and sit down. Huh? Oh, you're here already, senpai? Not already. We're usually eating by 10 past 6, so I certainly slept in. I don't think so. You're not in any clubs, so this is still early for you. Clubs have nothing to do with this. When you bring clubs into it, the problem is that you come here when you have morning practice to go to. Oh, that's right, she's in the archery club. No, I'm doing this because I want to, so please don't worry about my club.
だから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしてるんだ。さくらが来てくれるならその時間には起きてないと失礼だろ。
Yeah, you always say that. That's why I wake up early. Clubs or not, it's rude for me to sleep in if you're going to be here. For me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and sleeping in is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though, this has only been a habit for a year and a half or so.
ともかくさくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだからそれぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
Anyways, you take a rest. We only have to set the table, so at least let me do that. I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest unless she's forced to.
なら私もお手伝いします。お皿には私が盛りますから、先輩はお茶碗を出してください。
Oh, then I'll help too. I'll load the plates and you can take them out.
いやだから全部こっちでやるからいいってば。
No, I'm saying I'll do it all myself.
いけます。
I don't like that very
先
much.
輩はお家の主人なんですから、朝くらいはどーんと構えていてください。
That won't do. You're the head of this household, so you should just sit contentedly in the mornings. Contentedly.
どーんと構えろって。さくら一人に働かせてのんびりしている主人なんて家主失格だぞ。いいから。
That's like
さくらは
Sakura's
家に行ってろって
occasionally angry face. Sit contentedly. A head of household who leaves you to do the work by yourself is a failure. It's okay, so go to the living room.
はい。ぜひ失格してください。
What?
これ、いつも美味しいご飯を食べさせてもらっているお返しなんです。だからできれば、先輩にはゆっくりしていてほしいです。
That's right. Please be a failure. This is repayment for letting me eat good food all the time. So if it's possible, I'd like for you to rest.
食費だったら折半なんだからさくらが気にするこ
So
とじゃない。
basically, this guy goes out of his way to help people, and
さくらが来て
you
くれる
will
ようになって
find out just how much he goes out of his way pretty soon. Hey, we're going 50-50 on the groceries, so you shouldn't worry about it. I should be the one thanking you. Since you've started coming here, our meals have improved. Well, I've been watching the Food Network.
先輩、分かってなかったんですね。先輩のお家のご飯が美味しいのは、そういうことじゃないんです。
Oh, I knew it. You don't get it, do you, Senpai?
I'm in charge of the kitchen.
That's not why the meals here are good.
そういうことじゃないってどういうことだ？
Huh? What do you mean that's not why?
いえ、なんでもあり
Oh
ま
my
せん。
god. Take responsibility.
私、先輩の家じゃないとご飯を美味しくいただけなくなっちゃったんですから。
No, it's nothing, but please take responsibility because I can't eat a pleasant meal anywhere else anymore.
Sakura smiles while blushing.
バカ、お
What?
かしなこと言うな。
Idiot! Don't say such weird things.
藤姉に聞かれたらどうするんだ。あの人には冗談なんて通じないんだから。
What if Fujine hears that? She doesn't understand jokes.
そうですね。藤村先生に聞かれたら大変です。
You're right. It would be a big problem if Fujimura-sensei overheard that.
まったくだ。あんまりおかしなこと言うな。
Right, don't say so much weird stuff.
はい、言いません。言いませんから、お手伝いしていいですよね、先輩。
Yes, I won't. I won't say anything. So I can help you, right, Senpai?
No. Sakura looks up at me, naturally and calmly.
いいよ、好きにしろ。そんなにやりたきゃさくらに任せる。
Fine, do what you want. If you want to help me so much, go right ahead. If you want to help so much.
はい、好きにします、私。
Yes, I'll do as I please.
まったく、本当に最近言うこと聞かなくなったよな、さくら。
Jeez, you really don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, do you, Sakura?
ですね。藤村先生に似てきた
Oh,
のかも
please
しれま
don't.
せん。
That's true. Maybe I'm becoming more like Fujimura-sensei. Speaking softly, Sakura reaches up for the cupboard. Her silky hair and smooth skin catch my eye. And a particular region in my pants. Oh my god. How can I put this? It's troubling. I think I know what you mean, Shiro. You don't really have to tell. She must be maturing, as she seems really feminine these days. Really now. Her casual movements and her figure are so beautiful that I instinctively look away. Oh my god.
どうかしましたか？
Senpai? Is something wrong?
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
No, it's nothing. Don't worry, it's nothing. Incredibly suspicious. Honestly. Why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? Oh, it's his sister, is it? After all, Sakura's not like that. But how do you know for sure, Shiro? She's a good underclassman and a junior I need to take care of. Take care of? Okay, I'm gonna stop. This just, it's just giving me the jokes. I don't even have to fucking try. First of all, the relationship between me and Mato Sakura is just that of a senpai and a junior. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she's a grade below me, we weren't that close. It all changed a year and a half ago into this cooperative kind of relationship. Sakura came to cook when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. I think we intended to do it until my injury healed, but some trivial thing came up to make her stay with it. Anyways, Sakura is a good cook, and perfect at cleaning and doing the laundry. It's a big help to have her helping around here in the mornings, but it's been a bit troubling recently. The problem is not in Sakura, but me. Yeah, I think you guys can guess what he's talking about here. Frankly, Sakura is beautiful. She's one of the best looking first years, and I'm sure there are lots of guys who want to date her. And on top of that, she's growing in certain places recently, and some of her casual gestures have started to catch my eye. Oh, Shiro. That's what I mean by a small problem. Small problem. Just a small problem. Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard like just now, I blush. Does this make me an unsuitable senpai? Come on, Shiro, just smash that. Just hit it. Who cares? Breakfast is placed on the table. A perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish, and carrot miso soup, and yam soup. Ew. No. Ikidaki. Itadakimasu. And that means thanks for the food. At least I know that much. Sakura and I bow and start our meal quietly. I was about to say quickly. The sounds of our chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type, and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Naturally, meal times are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today, the loud person is... this woman. She must have been watching spy movies last night, as she's eyeing us while hiding behind a newspaper. She knows what's going on between you two. Fujimura-sensei, don't you think you shouldn't read the newspaper during meals? Ellipsis. He goes back to reading the newspaper. Fujine ignores Sakura's question. She's acting weird, but Fujine always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast. Sakura must be used to it, as she continues to eat with no particular care. Sakura prefers to make Western foods. She learned to cook Japanese food after she started coming here to help. Fujine and I prefer Japanese, so Sakura learned to make Japanese food for our breakfast. Now she's so good that she's almost surpassed me, her teacher. The salmon is especially good as it's cooked to perfection. I'm a connoisseur of food. Her miso soup is tasty, and she has shown some capacity even for making yam soup by grinding yams. Actually, I think this is the first time she's made it.
悪い。さくら、醤油取って。
Sorry, Sakura, can you pass me the soy sauce?
はい。大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
There you... Oh, wait, Senpai. Your soy sauce is empty. Unforgivable.
じゃあ、藤根のでいいや。取って。
Fujine's will do then. Can you get it?
藤村先生、いいですか？
May I, Fujimura-sensei? Fujine nods. Her newspaper trembles. Something tells me she's about to have some sort of an
とろろ
outburst.
汁に使うんですか？
There you go. Are you going to use it on the yam soup?
なあ、とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
Yeah, you usually put soy sauce on yam soup, right? I put the soy sauce onto the white yam soup. After stirring it, I put on the rice and take a bite. I put it on the rice and take a bite. The stickiness of the yam and the taste of the soy sauce.
うわ、まずこれソースだぞ、ソース。しかもオイスター。
Oh my god. Ugh, this is terrible. This oyster sauce. I almost threw it back up. And then, oh my god. Oh, I knew she was up to something. Fujine throws her newspaper away.
どうだ？朝のうちにソースとお醤油のラベルを
Wow.
取り入れておく作戦なのだ。
How's that? It was my plan to switch the labels earlier this morning. The female spy throws up her arms to show her happiness. Oh my god, that... Jesus Christ, these faces.
今年で25のくせにいつまで経っても藤根は藤根だな。
What are you thinking? You're always like this, even though you'll be turning 25 this year. Is she doing a cat face? What the fuck is that? Did it teach you a lesson for what you did yesterday?
みんなと一緒になってお姉ちゃんをいじめるやつには当然の天罰ってところかしら。
It's divine justice for picking on me with everyone else.
天罰ってのは人為的なもんじゃないだろう。なんかおとなしいと思ったら昨日からこんなこと考えてやがったのか。この暇人。
Divine justice doesn't come from people. I thought you were calm, but this is what you were thinking about? Shiro, you have to know that she's never calm.
おかげでこれから急いでテストの採点しなく
As
ちゃいけ
you
ないん
all
だか
will
ら。
learn.
そういうわけで急がないとやばいのだ。
Jesus Christ. That's right. That's why I have to go and start grading the exams now. Yup, I should hurry up. Fujine sits back down and finishes her breakfast quickly.
はいごちそうさま。朝ごはん今日も美味しかったよさくらちゃん。
Thank you. Breakfast was lovely as always, Sakura-chan.
はいお粗末様でした先生。
Thank you, sensei.
それじゃ先に行くわね。
Oh my
二人とも遅刻したら怒るわよ。
I'm going on ahead then. I'll get mad if you two are late. And she runs off. Worst, most annoying character in this whole fucking visual novel. There's something wrong with a world in which that thing is a teacher. There's something wrong with a world in which that thing is a teacher.
先輩。
Senpai?
すまない。せっかくの朝食だっていうのに、藤根のやつ、ろくに味わいもしないで。
Sorry about that. Fujine didn't really take the time to enjoy your breakfast.
いえそういうのではなくて昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？
No,
食べ物に
it's
細工
not
するな
that.
んて藤村先生にしてはやりすぎですから。
Did you do something to her yesterday? It's a bit too much for Fujimura-sensei to play with food.
いや、それがさ、
Uh,
昨日
well,
ついあだ名で呼んじまった。
yeah, I accidentally called her by her nickname.
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
I guess it can't be helped in that case. You didn't apologize to her, did you, Senpai?
めんどくない。いつものことなんて忘れてた。
Sorry,
I forgot since it happens all the time.
ダメですよ。
You must not do
藤村
that.
先生、先輩にあだ名を言われるのだけは嫌がるんですから。
You
また
mustn't.
泣かせちゃったんでしょう。
Fujimura sensei doesn't like you calling her so, senpai. You made her cry again, didn't you?
泣かした上にダットのごとく走り去らせた。おかげで昨日の英語は自習だった。
I made her run away too. Yesterday's English lesson was a self-study because of it. And I was awarded student honor written on notepaper, but I threw it away.
もうそれじゃあ今朝のは先輩が悪いです。
Jeez, it was all your fault then.
Fujine is like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Fujine's side. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with Fujine 24/7. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of father's, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. She started to show up even more after father died, and she's almost a dependent, eating breakfast and dinner here. So she's a freeloader. No. Maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after my father died. Fujine, Sakura, and I are now the residents of the Emiya household. But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It's said that magi must hide their identities. That's why I've been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magic spell properly. With this kind of a skill, it wouldn't make much difference whether I hide it or not, but because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then. I finish breakfast and prepare for school. I clean the dishes with Sakura while listening to the news on TV. Sakura is staring at the TV screen. Over the screen runs an exaggerated teletype reading "Gas leak accidents continue." It seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. It seems a whole floor of people ran out of oxygen and felt like that's the Tsukihime music! Oh my god. They've called it a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening often recently.
今のニュース気になるのか
Referencing your own material type, Moon. Are you worried about the news, Sakura?
いえ、別に。
Yep, they're definitely playing Tsukihime music.
事故がシントで起きているなら近いなって。 先輩、シントの方でアルバイトしていますよね。
No, not really. I just thought it's near Senpai. Your workplace is in the Shinto area, right?
知ってるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
Yeah, but it's not really a big place. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and on top of that, it hurts to think that hundreds of people are suffering. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims.
物騒な話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
It is dangerous. We'll have to be careful here, too.
あ、それならご心配なく先輩。
Oh,
ガスの元
don't
栓
worry,
は
Senpai.
いつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
I check the gas twice every time.
Sakura boasts with pride.
いや、そういう話でなくて。
No, that's not the point. Yeah, I've thought so before, but Sakura is a bit off, too.